Hey everybody, welcome back. I am so happy that you are here with me today. But before we get into our DIYs, I need to send a special thank you to those of you who have reached out, sent me the nicest messages, left me the nicest comments, have gone back and supported my channel by watching some of my older videos while I haven't been able to get content out. If you saw my last video, you know that I struggled to get that one out in time because I was spending time with family as my dad was transitioning to the end of life. And he passed away 6 days after I got that video out. And then tragically, 14 days later, we lost my youngest cousin to ovarian cancer. So we have been struggling and trying to figure out how to navigate our lives without them. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you are new here, my name is Karen. You are at the loft, so that makes you wicked smart. And I hope you consider hitting that subscribe button so you can join our little community here and you won't miss another video. I'm hoping to get a Halloween video out for you. And if you haven't seen my one from last year, go back and watch it because I have to say it was some pretty cute DIYs. If you like little ghosty decor, there's some pretty cute ghost DIYs from my last year's Halloween video and maybe a fall video. But honestly, I feel like I just need to use my time and the energy that I have to really dive into Christmas. But those of you that are new here, I have a little space in the loft of an old barn and a Christmas tree shop. We open the day after Thanksgiving, and it's a crazy season that only lasts a couple of weeks. So I feel I really need to concentrate on that. So hopefully I'll have a lot of Christmas DIYs coming your way. But for now, let's jump right in to our first DIY, DIY number one. And for this DIY, you're going to need recycle an old coffee tin can. This is the big one. I think it was chock full of nuts. And I have a piece of drop cloth that just happened to be the right width, and I cut it to length so that I can wrap it around the coffee can, and I frayed those edges a little bit. You're going to need some antiquing wax. I usually use Waverly, but I was out and I had this as a backup, so we're going to go with that. So I want to take down the shine on this tin can, just on the top and the bottom, because I think that, that's going to show a little bit. So I just stipple on some of the antique wax along the bottom and along the top. And I set that aside to let that dry. I'll let the tackiness kind of dry up. So while that is setting up, I'm going to take my drop cloth and I'm going to use some masking tape, and we're going to make a French linen stripe. I love that simple little detail of a linen stripe in the background of anything, a picture frame, a sign. I just love it. So for those of you who don't know, it's just usually a wider stripe in the middle with two narrower, less narrow, I don't know, two smaller stripes on either side. So I'm going to go in with the Waverly Crimson, and I am going to use that red. I love that red. I'm going to use that to make this linen stripe, and then I cut a stencil with my stencil vinyl. I use my little Cricut Joy to cut out the word gingerbread. And once I get that glued onto my can, I'm going to go over it with the dry brush that I used earlier for the antique wax. And here I am, I'm taping off the little fringy areas because I wanted to leave that the drop cloth color. So I'm just going to let this play out so you can see how I got this done. life into a masterpiece. Okay, I had to jump in here real quick to talk about this little collapsible silicone water container from the Dollar Tree. It is awesome. I absolutely love it, and I think I'm going to go back and get more. The paint washes right out of it. It has like a little brush holders on the side and a little tray at the bottom so you can lay your brush down, not get it on your surface. I highly recommend. Run to your Dollar Tree and see if you have them. And while I would add it, is there anything more satisfying than peeling back some tape and revealing these nice crisp lines? And you can see there that I actually went back and made those smaller stripes a little bit wider. I just think that for the scale of this middle stripe, they were a little too skinny. So I'm just using my purple glue stick, rubbing that all over the can. I'm going to get this all lined up and get the seam glued down in the back and go over the whole project with that dry brush with some antique wax. I'm picking up books to get inside the heads of the ones who happen to life instead of it happening to them. I wonder if I'll make a difference like that, even if it don't happen fast. Okay, before I get that stencil put on, I am going to take a couple of toilet paper rolls, cut them down the middle, flatten them out a little bit, and I'm going to trace on a little gingerbread. This is a template. I actually cut it out of sandpaper. It was really all I had that was handy that I could make a quick template out of. So I'm going to trace it on here. I'm going to trace another one. Oh wait, I've already traced it and cut another one. I need 2 for each little gingerbread that we're going to make. This DIY was inspired by Jen at Mother Time. I follow her on Instagram. If you like all things primitive, then you will love her Instagram page. She has some really, really cute DIYs on her page, and I got this idea from her. So I'm taking this skewer and I'm going to layer it in between these 2 pieces of toilet paper cardboard, but I'm going to add the tiniest bit of that filler, the cotton batting filler, just to kind of soften that wooden dowel. I really don't want that to show in the front, and you will see the difference that it makes between the front and the back. You can see where the stick is on the back of these little gingerbread pups, but you can't see it in the front. So I'm just using the teeny tiniest bit just to kind of soften that. I'm going to lay the other piece over top, get that all glued together. Then I'm going to I was out of my Mod Podge, so I just watered down some of my white glue and I brush it all over, and then I shake some cinnamon over the whole thing. And I'm not sure if I show it on camera, but I use some real whole cloves for the eyes and the buttons. And I draw on a cute little face. Oh, no, wait. Yes, for these little gingerbread pops, yes, I use the whole cloves and I use them for the eyes and the buttons. I'm not sure if I show you how I get those glued on. And I do take them outside once they're all dry and spray them all front and back with some clear acrylic spray. And I've had people ask me about bugs because I use cinnamon a lot when I craft. If you've seen me do my rusty crusty faux finish, rusty finish. I've never had a problem with bugs, and I have never had any of my customers tell me that they've had a problem with bugs. So maybe the clear spray helps. But yeah, that's just a little info for you, for those of you that are going to ask, because I know people are going to comment on that. So see, you can see the stick on the back, but you can't see it on the front. So you can skip that, but that was just a little extra detail that I liked. So Jen used a stem of rusty jingle bells. I did not have any jingle bells, but I did have a package of these rusty stars that I ordered from Amazon last year, and I never used them. And they have little holes on them, so I just wired them with some of my floral wire, made my own little stem, and then went in with some of the glue and the cinnamon to kind of disguise that green floral wire and pick at the bottom. Just a little bit. It helped. I love how this came out. These stars are really, really cute. I don't know why I didn't use them last year. I don't know. A project that never made it to my table probably, but who knows. They look really cute in this bucket. Oh, and here's the cloves, but I don't think that I show you actually gluing them on. Here it is finished, and they're so cute. They look like little gingerbread cookies. So now I'm going to take my can, and here's my stencil that I cut out of my stencil vinyl on my Cricut Joy. Just says gingerbread. And I'm going to get that on there. I'm going to measure, get it centered, and I'm going to stencil it in black. And then I'll show you how I filled up this little can.
I'm dreaming in dreams bigger than me, taking my time, giving to me, paint my life into a masterpiece, coloring it how I want it to be. Won't stop till I see what I want to see. There's so much more that I feel. I won't stop until I uncover. I believe in what I feel. I won't stop until I discover all that's beyond. I'll align higher. I'm the one, beating my heart's pattern, following the signs. They say I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. I'm picking up books to get inside the heads of the ones who happen to life instead of it happening to them. I wonder if I'll make a difference like that, even if it don't happen fast. Ooh,
And that's it. That's it for this little can. And I am getting so many ideas for more of these cans. I love wrapping them in this drop cloth. So stay tuned because I'm thinking a Christmas tree, a mini Christmas tree would be really cute in here, right? With a farm, Christmas tree farm logo or something on the front. Since we are a Christmas tree farm, I think I might have to do that. So stay tuned. That could be coming. So I'm just going to fill this with these greens. I got these at Hobby Lobby. I absolutely love the feel of them and the weightiness of them and the way that they drape. But here I'm just sticking them in the can. My little pops. And here's the final reveal. Let me know what you guys think.
There's so much more that I feel. I won't stop until I uncover.
Save your coffee cans and your toilet paper rolls, people. And let's get into DIY number 2. So I've had this stack of burlap banners forever. I don't remember how many came in a package, but I've used them so many times, and as you can see, I still have plenty left. So I cut off 5 of them, and we're going to spell out Merry, and we're going to do that linen stripe again with the crimson, but I'm not going to eyeball it this time because I want them all obviously to be the same. So I cut this piece of sandpaper and I used it as a guide so they all come out the same width. And I get them all painted up, and then I used my iron-on vinyl to cut out the word Merry, and I'm going to cut those letters individually, and I used the font Pepperminty, which is appropriate for this Christmas DIY, and I cut it out of the white vinyl, and when I lay it over the red, you'll see why that font was perfect for this project.
I'm picking up books to get inside the heads of the ones who happen to life instead of it happening to them. I wonder if I'll make a difference like that, even if it don't happen fast. There's so much more that I feel. I won't stop until I uncover. I believe in what I feel. I won't stop until I discover all that's beyond. I know I'll be her. I'm the one who gets to be her. I see the signs that I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. Never lie. I stay in my hide. Let the world follow behind. I know it's all how I make my mind. I'm the one who gets to decide. No, I'll never lie. Oh, I stay in my hide.
I get them all ironed on, and I'm not going to lie, I did struggle a little bit getting this plastic backing off. I don't know if I didn't wait for it to cool enough or if it was the texture of the burlap, but it got easier by the time I got to the Y. it was a little bit easier. And once I got the plastic off, I went back over and melted it into that burlap really good with some parchment paper. And I got all 5 of them done. And see, isn't that the cutest font for something Christmassy? All right, so we're going to use that gingerbread template again. And I'm taking some poster board from the Dollar Tree and I'm gluing it to some felt to give that felt a little bit of structure. And I'm going to cut out 4 of them. And I do the same thing. I go over the edges with some antique wax to hide the white edges of the poster board. And then while my brush still has some antique wax on it, I'm going to go all around the edges to kind of shade this felt to make it look like a little gingerbread cookie. And then I brush some cinnamon on it and draw on a cute little face and some little red hearts for buttons. And then you won't see me because it was probably around 1 o'clock in the morning when I decided they needed a little pop of white. And I went in with some of my puffy paint and did some little scribbles for some icing around the edges.
There's so much more that I feel. I won't stop until I uncover. I believe in what I feel. I won't stop until I discover all that's beyond. I'll align higher. I'm the one beating my heart's pattern, following the signs. They say I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. I'm picking up books to get inside the heads of the ones who happen to life instead of it happening to them. I wonder if I'll make a difference like that, even if it don't happen fast. There's so much more that I feel. I won't stop until I uncover. I believe in what I feel. I won't stop until I discover all that's beyond. I know I'll be her. I'm the one who gets to be her. I see the signs that I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. Never lie. I stay in my hide. Let the world follow behind. I know it's all how I make my mind. I'm the one who gets to decide. No, I'll never lie. Oh, I stay in my hide.
The back of these got a little messed up with some of the antique wax. We can't be having that if it's going in the shop, so I did cover them with some brown craft paper. And here is the final reveal. That red makes my eyes so happy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And here we go with DIY number 3. So I buy these snowmen at Hobby Lobby at the end of the season. I think I picked up 10 more of them at the end when they were 70% off. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to take it outside. I'm going to spray it with some nutmeg spray paint. But before I take it out, I am going to mix up some cinnamon with some white glitter to try and get the look of cinnamon sugar. Because while the spray paint is wet, I'm going to try and sprinkle this all over this piece. And it was a pretty messy job. So I took it outside to get that done. And if you guys have not picked up one of these little desktop vacuum cleaners, you need to. Cinnamon glitter, I can't believe how well it works. Okay, what do you guys think? I took this outside and I spray painted it. While it was wet, I sprinkled. I think it looks pretty good. It actually looks a little like gingerbread cake, so I'm going with that. So I'm using one of these little toppers from the floral department in the Dollar Tree, and they fit perfectly on the candlesticks from the Dollar Tree. And that riser was made of two of them put together with a wood round on the top with some wood beads sandwiched in between. I will try and find the link and leave that for you. That it is such a versatile piece. I absolutely love it. So I don't want to glue this arrangement right to it. I want to be able to take it off. So I'm going to glue this styrofoam wedge onto a wood round, a little wood round that I had in my stash. So this piece is actually going to look good just sitting on a table as is, or you can put it on some kind of riser. So this is a box of Christmas picks that I have left over from last year. And I've taken out, I like all the red and white pepperminty looking kind of things. And I picked out my favorite greenery. And I'm just going to load this little disc up with all this greenery. And I'm just going to use what I have in my stash. I'm going to cut it down. And in the end, it all matches. It just kind of gives it all some kind of dimension. Not using the same greens. And then I fill in all the little spots with the berries and the little red and white striped ornaments you see there at the top of the screen. So, you know, if you've watched my channel before and you've watched me do florals, I kind of get lost in the process. I really feel like I could just go on and on and on with the filming. So I did edit it a little bit, but I'm just going to let you watch and see how I get this styrofoam all filled up. I work at the bottom and then I kind of work my way up to the top. And when I get to the top layer, I'm actually sticking the wire kind of on the edge of the top of this styrofoam so that it kind of drapes down, and the snowman is going to cover the rest of it. So I'm not worried about that. So enjoy the music while you watch me get this loaded up.
I'm dreaming in dreams bigger than me, taking my time, giving to me, paint my life into a masterpiece, coloring it how I want it to be. Won't stop till I see what I want to see. Ooh, there's so much more that I feel. I won't stop until I uncover. Ooh, I believe in what I feel. I won't stop until I discover all that's beyond. I'll align higher. I'm the one beating my heart's pattern, following the signs. They say I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. I'm picking up books to get inside the heads of the ones who happen to life instead of it happening to them. I wonder if I'll make a difference like that.
So I get this all filled up until my eyes are happy and all the little spaces are all filled in. And you can see I added a dowel to the middle, and I'm gonna just skewer that snowman right onto that and glue him down good. Now, in hindsight, I should have decorated him first and then put him on the dowel. But it was well after midnight at this point, and I just wanted to get it done. But you can see how he covers the top of that nicely and how beautiful that looks on that riser. And I'm going to add this little gingham ribbon to make him a scarf. And then I struggle with what to do for his face. I tried some little wooden snowflakes. I thought maybe those would be cute for buttons, but those were too big. But I do use them. You'll see in the reveal that I do use the wooden snowflakes from the Dollar Tree. And I found some jot round push pins in my stash and some half round velvet push pins in my stash and you'll see that I thought that I was going to use them for the eyes and the buttons. Here, you see them here. And I end up, oh no, these are the snowflakes. I take them out of the package and they were too big for buttons, but I did use them, and like I said, you'll see that in the reveal. I ended up painting everything white like it was icing on a cake. These are the little jot push pins that I was going to use for the eyes, but you'll see that I end up taking the eyes off, and he just ends up with a nose that I cut out of a wooden popsicle stick, and I painted everything white. And you'll see, I didn't film, here I am painting everything white, but I didn't film how it all got put together. But here he is. Here's the snowflakes. I used the half round velvet ones for the center of the snowflakes to add that little detail. So let me know. Oh, and around the belly, I had some white pom-pom trim. I thought that kind of broke that up a little bit and added another little pop of white. I happen to have some florals in my stash that had white wires, so I used those from the arms. And that's it for this guy. I will also try and find the link for this riser because it's one of my favorites and it's a very versatile piece to have in your home. So let me know what you guys think of him. And here is your final reveal.
There's so much more that I feel. I won't stop until I uncover. I believe in what I feel. I won't stop until I discover all that's beyond. I'll align higher. I'm the one beating my heart's pattern, following the signs. They say I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. I'm picking up books to get inside the heads of
That's it for today's DIYs. You guys, thank you so much for being here. You know how much I appreciate you and the time that you spend here at the loft with me. So please consider touching on those YouTube buttons, like, share, and subscribe. It really does help my channel to grow. And I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying to find the Merry this season so that I can bring you more content for Christmas. My father was very proud of my craft and my talents, so I'm going to take that with me through the holidays and try and be here for you. So let's see what it brings. Until then, you guys, take care, and I will see you in the next one.